Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, my name is Siti Diana binti Masyardin. My ID number is 2018263458, and the title of this video is a briefing about violin instrument. Violin and bow part. Assalamualaikum. Today, for our first class, I will briefing you about this violin part. So now I'm going to teach you the difference between the violin part and the bow part. So I will teach you the violin part first. So I will start from the bottom. So this one we call as chin rest. So bila you main, you akan letak you punya chin dekat sini. So dia akan jadi macam ni lah. Okay. And this one is we call as tail piece. Okay, tail piece. And the 4 screw at the bottom we call as fine tuner. This fine tuner, the function of this fine tuner is to tune perfectly the strings. Okay, you can tune this 4 string perfectly using this 4 fine tuner lah. Okay, and this one we call as bridge. This bridge, the function of this bridge is to hold the 4 string. Okay. Then this one we call as F hole. Tapi kalau kita nampak macam S punya S bentuk S, but in this part we call as F hole. Okay. And this string actually they have their own names, like we have our own name, right? So this string is we call as G, and this we call as D, and this we call as A, and this one we call as E. So this 4 string, when we play, we can tune these 4 strings sounds like G, D, and so on. Okay, and this one is we call as the body of the violin, right? And the black one we call as fingerboard. And at the back of the violin we call this as a neck. And this one, kalau kita nampak macam ada kotak, we call as peg box. And this one we call as tuning pegs. Okay, tuning pegs. There are 4 tuning pegs because there are 4 strings right here. And the top of the violin we call as a screw. Okay. I think that's all for the violin parts. Okay, before we go to the bow part, I want to ask you, where is the scroll part? This one. Okay. And where is the bridge? This one. And where is the F hole? This one. Okay. So I think that's all for the violin parts. We can proceed to the bow part. Okay, this bow part, this one we call as a frog. Okay, but I think every bow this part a little bit heavy berbanding dengan atas ni lah. Okay. And this one we call as screw. This screw, the function of this screw is to loose and to tie this hair. This hair is made from horse hair. And this one we call as uh, pad, finger pad, brass pad. So the T, we call this one as a T, and yes, this one we call is from wood, the stick, the brown color one, the brown one. So I think that's all for bow part. I want to ask you before we move to the next part. Which is T? Which one? This one. Okay. Where is the frog? This one. Okay. I think we can proceed to the next part. Okay.
Violin history part.
Okay. For our next lesson is history of violin. Okay. First slide is what is violin? Okay, violin is the type of string, is the string type of instrument. Okay, the violin, sometimes known as a fiddle. Fiddle, the meaning of fiddle is a bow string musical instrument, most often a violin. Okay,
It's a bowl.
is a bow,
Bow,
a
okay.
bow. Oh, sorry, is bow string musical instrument, most often a violin. Okay, it's a wooden strings instrument in the violin family, and usually string violin is made from metal strings, and violins also have four strings, which is we have G, D, A, and E.
G, D.
G, D, A, and E. Okay, we have four strings, and violins, we play violins by rubbing across the strings with a bow. Okay, and violin also have a shallow body and also have a fingerboard, and violin do not have any fret like guitar. Guitar have fret. Okay, and
How to spell fret?
F-R-E-T-S. Okay,
F-R-E.
T.
Okay.
Okay, and violin also play, some people use violin to play in orchestra. Okay, and okay, violin also have a curved bridge. Okay, the function of the bridge is to hold the strings. Okay,
Okay.
and these violins is in string family that include cello, double bass, and guitar. But guitar have fret. Okay, all right. For the violin history slide. Okay, the modern violin was developed in Europe, but it firmly origins come from Italy as early 1500 years. Most historians agree that these violins emerged in the 16th century in northern Italy. Okay, this is an area which would maintain the the making traditions over the coming centuries, right? Okay, and violins are important instrument in a wide variety of musical genres. Okay, Okay. Gasparo da Solo. Gasparo da Solo is the name of Gasparo Bertolotti. Okay. Gasparo Bertolotti. So Gasparo da Solo is the nickname for the Gasparo Bertolotti. Okay. And Gasparo da Solo is the earliest maker's violin. Okay, is the earliest violin makers, and very expert in double bass players. Okay, I think there are around 18 instruments that are still existence. Okay, and for Andrea Amati. Andrea Amati was a luthier, and it's come from Cremona area. Okay. Andrea Amati also have 3 children. Okay, when he passed away, his 3 children took her place and continue her legacy with in that case, his 3 children made some new innovations when they start to make violin instrument. Okay, and Andrea Amati also born in Cremona area in 1505. Okay, and was died at 26 December 1577. Okay, and yeah, so here I put 3 famous violinists, which is Nicola Benedetti, Nigel Kennedy, and Chloe Hensley. Actually, there are many famous violinists, but these 3 is the most famous violinists. Okay. Before I end this class, I would like you to explain to me who is Andrea Amati in general.
Andrea Amati was born and raised in Cremona area. He has 3 children that continue his legacy after he passed away. So his children make some changes to violin to suit future user of violins.
Okay, that's for okay. I think that's all for today class. Thank you.